Hiker here. I'm getting ready to leave my albergue. John's staying behind to eat breakfast. It's a festival day. Do you hear the bells? The bells are ringing. It's a holiday here in Spain. It's the holiday of Christopher Columbus discovering the Americas. I'm walking on to use the internet cafe to try and post some information to my Trails Journal page, and John will join me later. So our day's starting. We're off to Los Arcos, and hopefully you'll be able to see some more great things today. We'll see you later. Well, it's 8:30 in the morning. I'm leaving Estella without John, so today is another day of fox and hound. I clearly told John this morning I was going down. I'd wait for him at the cafe that had the internet so I could upload Trails Journal. And I sat there and I waited and waited. And this is the same place, same table we sat and did internet yesterday and had a glass of vino and some tapas. And so after about when it got to be about 8:15 and ¿Dónde es Juan? I got up, went back to the albergue. They said, oh, your brother, he left at 8. He went to the first place we ate dinner, which had internet, but of course it's closed. I just told him I was going to the cafe that opened for breakfast for the Peregrinos. So here I am now having a race out of Estella trying to catch him. So wish me luck. Bon Camino. Well, it's 9 o'clock. I've stopped for a moment to shed my upper layers. No sign of John. The walk out of Estella is up probably about 500 feet in elevation. It's just been a really butt kicker. So I'm going to try and push on. And so I stopped at a little shrine at the top of the hill before I begin my descent. We had to climb up out of the valley. Now I'm descending back out. But when you're playing fox and hound, and the hound, who's actually the fox, is trying to catch what he believes is the fox, who's actually the hound, it can be pretty challenging. All right, I'm driving on. Just a short distance out of Estella is the winery where the bodegas Yakashi, which is where they have both water and wine. I decided I needed to stop here real quick to do a quick film job because you can't pass this thing up. And I'm going to get a good long drink of wine before I hit the trail again. It's 9:40 in the morning, and the famous Canadian actress Becky the Albergue said John was going to climb to the highest point, the pass here, and wait for me. But I've gotten here and I had not seen him. So I've blown my survival whistle several times in an attempt, hopefully if he's just a short ways away, he might hear my 3 blasts. And I've done it several times. You can hear the echo way off in the distance. I did want to share with all of you just how absolutely gorgeous it is out here. But as you can see, this is the surrounding countryside. It's just absolutely beautiful. All right, I'm pushing on. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I've just passed through Zicute. I'm 13.4 miles from Los Arcos, which is our destination, which is probably about 10 miles. It's 10 o'clock, like I said. I've been traveling for an hour and a half. I've covered over 5.6 miles trying to find John. I ran into a couple that was in the little town back here, and I basically said, we met them back up 2 days ago. We met him at the Albergue in Punta Lorena, and I said, have you seen my brother? Yes, he left early. He's walking. I said, well, if you drive ahead and you see him, tell my brother, alto, alto, stop. And so the fox is out there and the hound's chasing. More later. Well, it's about 10:15 and I made a valiant effort to catch the fox, but to no luck. I pushed it really hard, covering over 6.5 miles. But I thought I'd slow it down because part of the trip is to enjoy the scenery and smell the roses. One of the things I wanted to do with John was to try and explore this old castle that's way up the top up there as part of our trip, but without John being here, I'm not going to waste the time to climb all the way up there. But I did want to point out and show you folks, there is a old stone baptista that is, which is a baptism, which is fed by a natural spring. And so I'm going to take you in here and show it to you. It's kind of neat. It's going to get a little dark for a second, but as you come down in here, you can see over here where the water feeds in. It's really kind of nice. I'll pan this around so you can see. But it's a baptista where they take people down and baptize them. You can see it's kind of shallow, and in there's a stone, so if it was a low water year, there would still be water in here in order to do the baptisms. And plenty of seats for people to sit down in here. All right, I'm back on the road, but slowing it down and smelling roses this time. Well, it's about 10:30. I stopped in Villa Mayor, which is a lovely little town just past the Baptista I showed you just a second ago. And I stopped for some fresh orange juice, some more agua. I'm consuming some cashew nuts to help get my energy levels back up, take a quick breather. It's nice. I ran into a couple from Alaska that we'd met 2 days ago on the Camino. And I asked them if they'd seen John. They said no, but they pushed on, and if they run across him, they'll tell John to alto. So I'm just taking a short break, then I'm going to get back on the trail. So having a good time in Spain by myself. Yeah. Not winning. Okay. Well, I'm leaving Villa Mayor, and it's just a lovely area. We're getting into the wine country. As you saw the other day, we passed through a vineyard, and there's a vineyard here, or actually a winery in Villa Mayor, and over here behind me, you'll see, is just rows and rows and rows and rows of vineyards. If I'm a little shaky, it's because I'm about to fall off a rock. But I'm pushing on. Out in the distance, there is my destination, Los Arcos. It's just in the lowlands. So I'm now doing a downhill trek on my way to catch up with John. So, time to move on. All right, it's approaching 11:55. Almost to Los Arcos, and guess who I've come across out on the trail? One of our favorite peregrinos. Yes, you recognize her, the famous Swedish movie star, Karina, and she's out here working on her feet, and she says she has seen Juan David. She left at 7:30, and we don't know where he is, but we know where Juan is. Juan is up ahead. But anyway, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, actually. I'm a little bit tired, but I'm doing great.
Yeah, and the feet are okay?
The feet are okay. I'm just taking care of some blisters, and it will be great.
All right. Okay, well, I'm pushing on, getting down the road, trying to find my brother, Juan David. Well, it's 1 o'clock, and I've reached Los Arcos, and I'm getting ready to stop and start looking for Juan David. Hopefully he's okay. He's here somewhere. Well, looky here. There's a parrot in a cage right there. There's some chickens on the road. Okay. All right, I'm walking on. Hopefully I'll find John. If not, I'll just do the old internet. I'll find a place with Wi-Fi, get on the internet and try and leave him a message or call him if he's got his Skype turned on. Okay, we'll let you know what happens. Well, it's 1:15 and I'm in the main square of the town of Los Arcos by the main church, which is right up here. Church. And I have a happy ending. I have found Juan David sitting in the square enjoying lunch. He's doing quite well. He's very happy. It's a case of the old hound now catching the young fox, and all's well that ends well, twice now in Spain.
Catching out my feet.
All right, I'm getting some lunch and cooling my dogs. More later. Okay, this is a funny moment. It's take 3. I ended up having the camera on photo mode. Walked around for a minute doing a filming for the end of the day. Got back, sat down and realized, uh-oh, it was on photo mode. Then the second time, I forgot to have the memory card in the camera. So this is take 3. And basically what's happening is at the end of the day, here in Los Arcos, it's a little after 6:30. And the city's starting to come back alive after siesta hour. And John and I have gone ahead and ordered some paella. We're doing a seafood paella. And we're actually out here joining the rest of our peregrinos. I forgot the memory card for the camera. These are our peregrinos that have been walking the trail today. And so we're all out here. We saw John eat some wonderful paella. John was back at Punta Lorena with us. And so we're getting ready to do some dinner out here. And John's already ordered some food. And John's Spanish has greatly improved. John, reenact your beer scene.
Por favor, cerveza sin?
Yes, he's learned to ask for alcohol-free beer. And I'm drinking my San Miguel. And we once again, the Swedish movie star that you've seen numerous times throughout our productions is joining us for dinner as well. All right, so there you go from Los Arcos. It's the end of day 6, and we're all doing well. Bon Camino.